What's up, guys? Nate with Matt Rat Jiu Jitsu Club. I'm gonna do a quick video on just beginning stretches for people who maybe are having a hard time when they get to class, when we're doing warm-ups. If there are some positions that they're having a hard time in, this video is kind of be more directed towards you. There are really important things that we need to learn, and if you're not doing these things at all on your own and you're having a lot of trouble with them already, there's some things that we probably need to work on a little bit, okay? One of those things is going to be sitting back onto your heels, right? When I'm in somebody's closed guard, I'll sit back here a little bit. I need to be able to sit onto my heels like this, right? I need to be able to sit back on my heels and keep my hips low. If I can't do that, if I can't get to sit back like this, or I'm standing up like this, what happens is my base gets really narrow and it gets really easy to tip me one way or the other, okay? If I start opening my legs, I'm inviting arms coming through and just start to try to sweep me over in that way. All right, so what I would recommend doing, and I've said this in other videos, is if you're at home and you're watching TV, maybe instead of just sitting on the couch all night, slide down to the floor and just start trying to sit back onto your heels, just a little bit at a time. I like to try to keep my back straight, and I'll just sit back a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And even if you can only get this far, do that a couple times a week, and by the next week you'll be able to sit a little bit further back. And by the next week you'll be able to sit a little bit further back. And eventually you'll be able to sit all the way onto your heels. And that's where you're going to find a lot of success when you're sitting in somebody's closed guard, right? You're going to get swept all the time if you can't sit back onto your heels. So that's a stretch that we need to work on. We need to be able to have hips that I can sit back on, okay? Same thing, if I can't sit onto my heels or sit back when I'm mounted on somebody, right? And I have to sit up like this, I'm giving them a lot of space, to try to escape from. I need to be able to sit back and bring my hips down on my opponent, and I need to be able to control that area. In order to do that, my hips and my knees need to be able to bend that way. So try to spend a little bit of time, when you have time, just a few minutes, 5 minutes a day. Do it in the morning, maybe do it in the evening, whatever you need to do. But spend a little bit of time working on your flexibility. Same thing goes with the reverse direction with your hips, okay, in bridging. So positions, there's a lot of things we're going to do with our hips, and we need strong hips. So in order to get stronger hips, we do these exercises, right, where my feet get close to my butt and I bring my hips up. I want to be able to hold a bridge like this, okay? So practice holding a bridge like this. These movements that we do, these are important movements to make. I don't want to just lift my hips up and then drop them, okay? I see a lot of people when we're doing those movements, they just kind of go really shallow. But bridging is super important. So if we can get into this position and get our hips stronger, it's going to be better for us, okay? So even if we're at home and we're just doing little drills at home, my heels get close to my butt, I lift my hips up, I keep my hips up, right? I push my triceps into the floor, and I'll just sit like this for a little while, stretching those hips out, getting that lower back to really, really push my butt or my hips out, okay? Because when somebody is on top of me and I need to escape the mount, I'm needing those hips, okay? I need to have strong hips. So those are just 2 quick exercises that you can do at home when you're by yourself, that don't take a whole lot of effort to try to get better at. If you just make sure that you're working on your bridges, and make sure that you're sitting back onto your heels, you're going to find more success in certain situations than you would if you don't practice those things at all. There are plenty of things to practice, and we'll go over through more of them later, but those two things are going to be so helpful when you go back to the mat, right? A couple days a week, a couple times a day, for a short amount of time. We just want to make sure that we're getting those muscles stronger, those joints a little bit looser, and we'll be able to prevent injury, and we're going to be able to use those things a whole lot better. Okay, so I hope you found this helpful, and I really hope that you find success in whatever it is that you're working on right now. If you have any questions or anything you want me to go over, just leave them in the comments, and I will try to make a video about them as soon as I can. Okay. Enjoy your week. Peace.